So this is, if you check this out, you can see this is like version 1.9 of the Ijakadi trading algorithm. So let me go to this. Yeah. So this is the version 1.9 of the algorithm, as you can see. So this is built specifically for traders with lesser capital. Let's say 500, for instance, is your capital. Maybe you are not ready to, you don't have enough capital to trade, maybe like 5K, 10K, 2K, like that, and upward. So you can use this. You can use this. So let us now see how it works in real time. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, let's have a look at this. Okay, let's say this is 500 accounts. So it might just take a while. Okay, so it's still reading this. So let us see how far it can go. Okay, just give some time to do what it knows how to do best. Okay, so you can use 0.02 lots on 500 accounts if you are willing to take some risk. But if you are risk averse, like you are always scared of taking any risk at all, so you can use 0.01. All right. So let's see how far it can go from here. It's still trading that account. Okay. You see that? So now in this live backtesting, we are going to try 0.0. Okay, I think we try 0.02. Later, we're going to try maybe like a higher lot size, depending on your risk appetite. Okay, depending on your risk appetite. So let's try that. Let's see how far it can go. Sometimes it will have some drawdown, and you feel like, oh, this thing is losing back. Okay, you just have to relax. You have to relax. Okay, you have to relax because you cannot time the market. Okay, as the market is coming to you, you trade it just like that. That's one of the biggest problem of retail manual traders. They're always trying to time the market. Okay, and say, oh, I know when this is going to go up like crazy. I know when it's going to go down like crazy. That's not bad because it shows that the money you paid to get trained for technical analysis and fundamental is not that way, you've not lost that money. That's what exactly what it means. So it's not a bad thing to be honest. So but then along the way emotion gets in, when things you're expecting is not actually um, happening. So you can see it's still doing what it knows to do best, still struggling to pull the funds to 2000 from 500, right? So if you look at that, it still kind of makes sense in it. So it has actually crossed 2000 from 500. Now it's 25. Okay, now it's 25. Let's see how far it can go from here. Now it's 3000. Okay, okay, it's back to 2008, 2009. Okay, so it's still trying to do what it knows how to do best. Let's see how far it can go from here. So it eventually, you know, pull that account from 500 to 2800. Okay, now let us check our report sheets, which is this one. Okay, then the max total of that account was 63%. That's why I said if you're willing to take some risk. So, and it pulled that account up by over 400%. So it means that every year, on average, it has the capacity to pull it by 100% every year, right? So all you need to do is this, okay? You basically need to like take 50% of the profit that you've earned and try and see if you can compound the rest. Now let us even go extreme. Let's go extreme and let us try 0.03 lots. Let's see how far that's going to take us. Okay, let's say the worst case scenario. Okay, let's see if account is going to be liquidated. or not with 0.03 on that account. I know it's not, it's quite high for that account size, So normally you're supposed to be using 0.01 on 1K account. Okay. Well, this is an algorithm, like it doesn't have much of emotion like that. So let's see how far it can go with 0.03 on 500. So like I said again, and I'm still saying it again, it all depends on your risk appetite. Okay, it all depends on your risk appetite. So but let us see how far. Let's see the worst case scenario that can happen to someone who is using 0.03 instead of 0.02 or 0.01. So again, if you are risk averse, like you don't like to take risk, you are scared of taking risk in life, so you can use 0.01 instead of 0.02. But if you want to push, when you're driving and you actually match the accelerator throttle to the bottom of that floor, the car floor, okay, then you can use 0.03 and see what is going to happen in the worst case scenario. So let's see how far it can go with this. Of course, there will be some drawdown, there will be some setbacks, some pullback here and there. That is normal. Okay, that is normal. But patience, you have to be patient, you have to give it time. Okay, that is important. You have to be patient and also have to give it time. Most people will complain that algorithm is not working. It's not working. Why? It's because they want to use the algorithm for 3 months and blow like you know, and and not use the algorithm for 6 months and blow. It's something you have to like use for years. There are people who actually set up an algorithm and forget about it and check it back after a while. Okay, so that is the mindset you need to have. Do not allow your emotion to mix with the machine. Machine and emotion do not mix. So do not compromise a system. Do not compromise a machine with your emotion, with your unstable psychology. Okay, that will not really end well. So please, that is why a year license, my minimum of a year license is okay. And if you can afford it, it makes sense to buy a lifetime license so that you know that you are not actually buying a license like every year. Then you are able to like have rest of mind, you know, and just allow the algorithm to do its work. So it has grown down to like 4,000 plus. Let's see how far it can go from here. So it will be interesting to see how far it can go. Yeah, let's have it. Okay, so it actually showed that account till 4,000. So we can go back now and check our report sheets here. So you can see, okay, let's go back to this. All right. So the max drawdown on that was 73.37%, and it grew that to what to 3,005. Okay. So basically, when you are buying a license, you are going to be getting version 1.8 and version 1.9. Okay, and you can use it. You can use both of them as you wish. For now, it's going to be a two-in-one package for now. But as time goes on, the license will be sold separately. Okay, so just like early users should have access to that. You can see the profit factor is 1.38 and the recovery factor is 2.73. It means that even when you have some drawdown, it's going to recover fast at some point. Okay, so that's what you get. So if you look at the graph, it's been a consistent, slow, and steady grinding. Okay, this is the point where your emotion will actually start, troubling you. These are the points. Emotion will trouble you here. Okay, your emotion will frozen here. So, but this is a machine. The machine works differently, than human being. So now let us now say something like, okay, how can you now use this? How can you now go 500 to several thousands? Okay, so I think maybe I should make a different video on how you can grow your 1,000 to several thousands in 10 years, in 5 years using the algorithm. So that would be a different video on that. So I believe this is explanatory. If you have any question, do not forget to send me a DM, maybe on WhatsApp or on Telegram, or you can even send an email. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can send an email or leave a comment below this video if you're watching on YouTube. so that I can respond to your question.